Hi everyone, my name is Maribel. I'm the counselor here at Merced Adult School, and this week we're going to do a video on how to get out of a rut and find motivation. So sometimes things maybe seem very hard, you're feeling tired, you're lacking energy, maybe you've lost all motivation and you got lazy. Start buying junk food, maybe been watching TV shows on Netflix. Maybe you're playing video games. But at some point in our lives, we might find ourselves in a rut. And a rut's when you're feeling stuck, you're not motivated, you're demotivated, maybe you're burnt out. And that's happened to me, burnt out for sure. You don't feel like doing anything and you just don't understand how you really got there. And I know you want to be able to get out of those depressive ruts and start being productive again. Start feeling like you're doing something and feeling better about yourself. But you will not be able to get out of a rut overnight. It takes work. It takes patience, it takes action. So this is why I think this is important, because it does happen to us sometime. And I know it's happened to me once or twice, but I've learned how to be consistent in things that will help me not fall into this rut and feeling stuck. So I'm gonna give you guys some ideas, some what things that you can do to maybe get out of that state. But first, before I talk about how, you have to understand how the motivation cycle works. And so most people think that you need to be motivated first to take action. And sometimes, you feel motivated first, but not all the time and not always. So you have to understand that the motivation cycle is like you take action, you get a reward, then you get motivated to get more action. So it starts with action. Right now with COVID going on, motivation has been lost because we're doing less, you guys. The less you do, the less motivated you feel. I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive, but yeah, the less you do, the less motivated. So what does that mean? Maybe the more you do, the more motivated you do. I think that will fit why action is important. But so doing something is how you get motivated, because motivation comes after action, not before it. So don't try to change your emotions, try to change your actions. They say the highly motivated people, I kind of am, build routines and habits into their lives that generate this motivation consistently. And I have to admit that's me. I feel usually motivated to do a lot. But I do have a scheduled day and it's busy throughout the whole day. If I'm not doing something, I feel something's wrong. And it's a double-edged sword, it can be a double-edged sword. It can be it's a good thing, but it's also not a good thing sometimes. That's where sometimes burnout happens, which you end up in the same space. But so how can you get out of a rut? How do you get unstuck? If you're feeling lost, not knowing what to do with your life, just not knowing what you want. So I can tell you to sleep, what most people say, sleep for 7 to 8 hours, be in the dark. I can tell you to exercise, maybe do 5 to 30 minutes a day, walk, jump rope, boxing. I can tell you to eat healthy, have a healthy diet, where it's staying out of packaged foods. I don't care if you do like any keto, whatever works for your keto, carnivore, the paleo, whatever it is, you can do it. Just avoid, too much sugar, and avoid processed food. Go more organic, more whole foods, they call it. I can say that. Exercise, sleep, sleep, exercise, eat healthy. But I really want to give you more practical other stuff, and drink water too, right? I forgot to drink enough water. Not a lot of water, but enough water. Which reminds me, drink. But I think you want to start building, especially if you're not feeling at all to do anything at all, start building small, regular habits. It's called like the do something principle. So start choosing one small thing to act on. Okay, so this could be getting out of bed. Maybe it's brushing your teeth, taking a shower in the morning, making your bed. It's a big one. Maybe putting on some nice clothes. Going out for a walk for 5 minutes. Or doing push-ups, or pull-ups. Drinking lots of water. And make sure you give yourself credit for it, because it is a step in the right direction. You might start with 5 minutes in the morning, and then you move it to 10, 15. And then you might go from one push-up, a pull-up, because I can't even do one, to 2 next week, and then 3, 4, and then you never know, you can have a lot of pull-ups. Maybe you start with 5 push-ups, and then you end up with 20 push-ups. But you do want to have that reward, intrinsic rewards, where it's about feeling good. And when you do something, you feel good for doing it because you did something. It's in the step, in your head that doing something is going to help you move in a direction of doing things. So being able to think of the good feelings you're going to come from doing it is important. So this could mean tracking your accomplishments. With me, I love to do like a to-do list, and I have it most of the time. So every day, 95% of the time, I have my little to-do list, okay? And I love checking it off. It makes me feel good. That you can track it with the to-do list, being able to check off the items, marking a calendar when you accomplish your goal. It could, just imagine how you feel when things get done. I feel good. I feel accomplished when I'm checking off my list. I'm like, cool, I did that. And you feel like you did something. And one last part of that is like, stop with the negative talk, which it really gives you, makes you even more demotivated. What we say to ourselves really programs us, and it's not good, because when other people used to tell you when you were young, you're a loser, you're stupid, you believed it. Imagine when you do it yourself, when you call yourself, I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I've never been good at this. You're programming your body to validate that feeling, and you really, really believe it. So stop with the negative self-talk. And I'll talk about some good things later, more of a positive self-talk, which I've mentioned in my previous videos. Okay, so you can do that. Start with the little things. Create small little habits and rituals eventually that could get from small and then end up being big. And you feel good when you make your bed in the morning because it looks good. Putting my shoes away in the morning, or whenever I use something, put them back where they belong. It makes you feel good. Like you don't have so much, it's a reflection. Your room, your office could be a reflection of how you feel. And so if you do clean that up, it will make you feel better. And do it right there and then when it's only 5 minutes, before it's like, oh, I need to spend an hour cleaning my room or picking up my room. So that's that. Another one is use I can't condition. I used to do this whenever I was in school, and I kind of still am now. And I can't do something until I do something. That's what that means. So don't do mindless things until you do what you need or want to get done. So you can't watch TV like Netflix until you do your homework. That was me. You can't go on social media until I can clean my room. Like I feel like, okay, I need to do this first before I can reward myself with this. And this is more of that, not the intrinsic rewards. This is more of the outside, like material stuff, or stuff that it's not within ourselves. Use some outdoor stuff. Okay, so you can't have dessert unless you work out for a certain amount of time, like balance things out. So yeah, it's using the I can't condition. That's like, so that works for me. That worked for me. I would, on the weekends, I would do my, I can't go out with my friends, or I can't be lazy in my house until I cleaned and did work and did homework before. And I would schedule that. This time, turn on my music, let's get some work done, some chores done. And then I would, change my music depending on what I'm doing. Like this is my homework time. And then I would reward myself by being able to go out, maybe treating myself for a nice dinner, going out with my friends, or just being lazy and do mindless things, right? So, thinking about your future happiness. Sometimes you need to feel that feeling before to know, like, oh, I want to feel like this, Picture yourself after a workout and feeling good. It's when you feel good about it, and I know when I work out, I hate it, doing it and starting it, but it feels good afterwards. So I pat myself in the back for doing things I didn't feel like doing, and still managed to do it even when I didn't want to. But it's about thinking about the future. And then it's about thinking how you're gonna feel. And then trying to think, okay, I'm gonna feel this way, so I gotta work towards that. So thinking about your future happiness is important. Another one is become your own coach. And this happens to me like every morning. Not every morning, because I've made it a habit and I'm disciplined, like to work out, but yell at yourself for things you need to do. Like, okay, Maribel, get your butt up and turn on that light. Like little things, because that's what I am. Like, okay, turn on the light so I can. It's 4 a.m. when I wake up to go work out, 4:30 or so, sometimes 4:45, latest 5. But I'm like, get up, go turn on the light, and just do it. It's baby actions to get momentum started. And you're your own coach. You're like, get your butt out, get those sheets out of you. Like, and I don't have to say them out loud. They're in my head, but you can be your own coach and say them out loud. It might be a little crazy, or you might look a little crazy, or maybe people are sleeping, but I think that I'm like, just get out of bed, get your sheets on, turn on the light, and get it done. It's only 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is for my workout. So become your own coach. You can use the 5-second rule. So they said it takes 5 seconds to like get something done. So have a countdown. So that's what that is. Counting down in your head, and force yourself to take action within those 5 seconds. So like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just go for it. You know how when you're racing, you have a countdown, and then boom, you do it. Like, you might just need that. So there's that 5-second countdown, or the 5-second rule. Another thing is, this one's really common for some people. Sometimes they need to be inspired by watching. So this one is watch someone else being productive. So find a video of someone on YouTube doing the thing you want to do, and use it to motivate you. So it could be clean with me videos, it can be study with me videos, it can be work out with me videos, which is something I like to do, and I find motivation that way. And watching someone else do it makes you feel motivated. And like I said, that's not taking actions first, but this is one of those ways that you can get still by watching and being inspired and feel motivated, and you take action. That's one of them. You can also turn off your electronics like TV, phone, get rid of all distractions, because you're gonna bore yourself to doing the things you don't want. Because if you don't have TV, you don't have your phone with you, you're actually gonna end up doing the homework. You start cleaning because like, I got nothing else to do. That might work for you, might not. And then really maintained positive relationships. You want to be around people, and I've mentioned before, building your network or your support system or your tribe in one of my videos. You want to be with people who inspire you. These are people who make you happier, which then make you healthier and more productive. Are these people challenging you and inspiring you? Because, to be honest, your brain craves growth. And it wants to be challenged. And if you're not, it can negatively impact your mental state if you're not challenging yourself. And that's might get you in the rut. That doesn't mean to go ditch your friends, but at least seek out people who are doing inspiring things and challenging things that will motivate you to stretch your own capabilities. And because you will feel energized, and maybe start getting new ideas. This could be maybe going to places, to events like VidCon. Maybe reaching out to friends you haven't talked to in a while and asking them to catch up. You can get motivated with these conversations. One thing is that you can also do is join a mastermind group. It can happen every month, every other week, every week. These are with people who inspire you. People who have the same values that you do. Maybe you can swap feedback on projects, and maybe stay mutually, accountable for things that you need to get done. Take it at your own pace, But if you don't want to join a mastermind group, with like-minded people, then you can always just call a friend and have a casual conversation. You never know what you can come up with it. Do that today. This is one that's important that I make sure I put in my what I do. Take a planned break. Give yourself permission to do so. So take a vacation. This is where you relax and recharge. You do that once in a week for something, but this one's a really good recharge. Something to look forward to every month. That could be motivating for itself when you have something planned. Work and rest. That's a healthy cycle. You're just like your body when you work out. Recovery and rest days are as important or even more important than your actual workout day, because your body needs to recover. And that's what these are. And your mental state when you're taking vacation, you're making your mental health, you're recovering from all the work you've done, from work, school, whatever you're doing, from family. So plan a vacation, take a break. And if you can't do really big breaks like a vacation, then go out to a hike. It's free, and go do a picnic. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get out and take a break. Get creative. Last but not least, this is a big one. Branch out. What does that mean? And this is something I like to do. Explore new interests. This could lead you to do something like a career change. You never know. Because you want to learn something new. Because life can sometimes get boring, right? So start getting excited by finding a little interest, which is a little fire that you find something interesting, whether it's learning how to cook. Because sometimes I don't like to cook, but I've learned, and I love making people happy. So I learned how to cook a bit here or there. But a couple ways that I will encourage you guys is to do Skillshare or Audible. So Skillshare is, and I'm gonna start doing this myself here in the next year. Skillshare is when you want to learn something new, like a skill, this is an online learning community, like for marketing, for business, photography, design, any new skill you want to learn. You can learn at your own pace anywhere on your phone, on a computer. And it's just so you know, it's about $19 a month, or you can be paying $100 a year. But you can learn a lot. Because the more you invest in yourself, and I've said this before, the more valuable you are, And then the more you might make in life when you have more skills on you. And then there's Audible. These are audiobooks. You can access it on your PC, on your phone. If you hate reading, if you need help with sleeping, need something to help you with cleaning, with commuting, especially me because I commute a lot, or even exercise, you can use this. You can keep your audiobooks. If you don't want the subscription, that's cool. Sometimes you don't get to keep stuff, but this one you can keep it. And it's about $15 a month or $150 a year. You get 1 credit per month, which is 1 book. And some books can be really expensive. They can be over $20, $25. So $15 a month, actually not bad. And you will be reading or listening to a book or two. Very successful people, read 1 to 2 books a month. And I'm like, okay, I want to be successful, so I'm going to learn how to read. If you don't have time to read, then this is your option. You can do Audible. And when you listen and you read, you're trying new things. You might be inspired. So try Skillshare, try Audible. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I definitely want to look into that. So anyways, we went over, how to get motivated, understanding the motivation cycle. That is not always to get motivated first. You have to take action first to get, rewarding yourself, to get motivated and take action again. So it's about taking action first. It's about, you can use I can't complain. Can't do this until you do this, right? Thinking about your future happiness, having that feeling, becoming your own coach, to root yourself, using the 5-second rule. You can watch someone else being productive. You can turn off your electronics, TV. Make sure you maintain positive relationships. Make sure you plan a break to recharge, and definitely branch out and try new things to be inspired. That will help you. Anyhow, that's all I have this week. Hopefully you learned something new. I know I did, and I was inspired by doing this to try to look at the Skillshare and Audibles, because I definitely want to do better in life and be inspired to inspire others as well. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. If you have any questions or any comments, please let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much and have a good day.